Om Shanti. The ocean of knowledge, Shiv Baba, he incarnates, he adopts Brahma Baba's body, and he just looks at us souls and he teaches us the elevated versions. We children listen to his elevated versions by being soul conscious, and we always see the things with the third eye. How does this tiny point of light, how does he shine on Brahma Baba's forehead, and he just comes to have a meeting with us. He comes to teach us. In today's Murli, Baba says 2-3 important aspects. So Baba reminds us that you should not get upset with your old body, because this is your old body and you fall ill frequently. Some children feel that it's better to leave the body rather than suffering all the time. Sometimes when the soul has that sorrow, so Baba reminds us that this body is the costume through which the soul receives the inheritance at this time. Even if the soul has to shed the body, the soul should leave the body in happiness, not in sorrow. Baba explains that how to remain beyond the body consciousness and play our roles, and he also draws our attention towards the return journey. We have come in this foreign land, so you should not remember any impure human being. If you are attached to any impure human being, you will not be able to fly home. If you are attached to something in gross, you will not be able to fly, because this body is made up of 5 impure elements. That is why you are not supposed to have any attachment to impure human being, because this becomes a bondage. It will not enable you fly. So Baba has drawn our attention towards this aspect as well. Baba also talked about his speciality. How Baba just enters Brahma Baba's body. In the same way, no one else can take the support, because Baba just comes based on our invitation. When we call out to the Father that, "Oh purifier, please come," and he purifies everyone and takes everyone back home. Let there be the founders of different religions, even those souls incarnate. The founder of every religion, when he comes down for the first time, he doesn't take a birth like a normal human being, but he incarnates. Even their birth is different from Shiv Baba's birth. No one calls the founder of a religion as purifier No one else can be a purifier apart from Baba. They come and they establish their religion, and only Baba carries out the responsibility of taking everyone back home. It is said that your final thoughts lead you to your destination, because we are not sure about our final moment, but that final thought will decide my destination. That is why Baba emphasizes the need to have constant remembrance of Baba as well as of the kingdom, so that when your final moment comes, we will have our positions based on our final thoughts. So today's teaching is about to remember home, Baba and the kingdom. And in blessing, Baba says you need to be merciful and finish all kinds of upheaval. How can we finish off all kinds of upheaval? By being mercy. And in slogan, Baba says that don't waste your time in breaking the mountain, you just need to take a high jump. Let's be soul conscious and listen to Baba's Murli. The essence of the Murli is, sweet children, you shouldn't remember or you shouldn't love any impure human being, because you are going to that pure world. So you should have love for the one Father. Question: you shouldn't get upset with one thing, and why? Do you know the answer? With the old body, because answer, you shouldn't get upset even slightly with this old body, because this body is very valuable. The soul sits in this body and remembers the Father, and it is receiving the biggest lottery. This lottery is received through this body during the final time. When you stay in the remembrance of Baba, you will be always happy. When you are upset with the body, if you get upset, that situations or the body will upset you more. But if you be in the remembrance of Baba, even the body will be recovered soon. So instead of getting upset with anything, we need to remember Baba and be happy. And we should win this lottery. Om Shanti. Sweet, sweet spiritual children. The children, you are the passengers of a faraway land, because our home is up above and we souls have come down. We are making an effort to go back to the home, and this is known by you children only. The great scholars and saints also say that we have come from up above to play our roles, and this world is a stage. but it will not be in their awareness all the time. Whereas only you children know that we are the residents of the faraway land, and we call the one who is a resident of that faraway land. Baba, you come. What does he have to do? Baba, please take us back to that world. And the one who stays far away, he comes and he takes us back. Baba says you are spiritual passengers. You are spiritual passengers because you are with this body. The soul travels and you leave this body here. The soul does traveling. Where does the soul go? To that spiritual world. This is a physical world and that is a spiritual world. Baba has explained to children, it is the time to go back home. I am a spiritual passenger and I have to go back home. Let your third eye always see the home, from where we have come down to play our roles. This is a very big stage where the souls play their roles. Baba just makes this aspect very firm. The souls play the parts and everyone has to go back home. When a play comes to an end, all the actors would return, right? You are sitting here. Your intellects. Baba is so certain that your intellects are connected to the home as well as the kingdom. Are you able to see your home and the kingdom? You just remember this very firm. It is said, your final thoughts lead to your destination. You children are studying here and you know that it is God Shiv Baba who is teaching us. He doesn't teach us apart from this time. The incorporeal Godfather comes. He comes only once at this time. The souls of the entire world have love for the home. Some call them nirvan, some say someone has gone up. If someone has a sorrow, they say that Baba, please liberate us. Everyone loves home, but they don't have the accurate knowledge. Because since we know that place, we should have more love than anyone else for the home and the kingdom. And in this confluence stage, one who remembers the home through one's intellect, they'll come to the golden age first. Those who don't remember home for a long time, so they'll have to stay in that incorporeal world for a long period of time. Then they come down. Even the souls of the world also know the home, because they don't identify that and they don't stay there. That is why they need rest for a long period of time. Because we have love for that home, That is why we need to go back to the land of liberation in life soon. Everyone likes to go back to the land of liberation, but they don't know the accurate meaning of that. Just look at the intellects of human beings at this time, and how is your intellects? There is a lot of difference, right? Baba says ours is a clean and clear intellect number wise. Because we have the knowledge of the beginning, middle and end of the world cycle, and it's in our intellects that we have to make effort. Earlier we had this desire to go back home. Now because our intellects are clear, so we are making effort to become Narayan from an ordinary man, and we need to attain that degree of perfection. Then we will go back home from here. So we have to go home in happiness. Baba gives us an example like how the deities shed bodies and take another. So it is definite that we have to leave the bodies. Those who are sitting at the back, can you respond? The souls have to leave the bodies in happiness, because this body is valuable. This body is the one through which the soul has a meeting with the Father, because the soul meets the Father through this body and it is receiving the inheritance. Until and unless one doesn't become pure, one cannot go home. When we have the constant remembrance of Baba, then the account of the sinful actions can be cleared. We have to go back home. Definitely we need to become pure. Choice is ours. Anyways, we have to clear the account. It's either through yoga or through punishment. The account has to be cleared. So we should, while living in the body, we have to make effort to remember Baba, so that let's draw Baba's powers and light, so that the account of sinful actions of multiple births can be cleared very easily. Because when we connect with Father, we get the power to perform charitable actions, and this account will replace the previous account of sinful actions. Otherwise one has to experience a lot of punishment. One has to become pure anyways. Even in a world, if a child performs any sinful action, the father gets angry and he just beats. Baba just explains the role of the Dharmaraj. Because when someone does something which is not accurate, if someone loves someone, the parents don't like, right? The unlimited Father says that you are not supposed to live in this, you are not supposed to be on the stage, you have to go back home and come into the new world. And what is the speciality of the new world? No impure soul exists in the pure world. So if we have to go to that world, we should make effort to become Narayan from an ordinary man. Only the Father comes and makes us pure at this time. Baba himself says Baba's birth is divine and alaukic, as it is mentioned in Gita. my birth and my actions are totally different, and they are very unique, and they are divine. No soul can enter any body directly like how I do. That is why Shiv Baba is called Shiv Shambhu. This is a Sanskrit word. The one who just conquers the elements, and he's the one who conquers the 5 elements, and then he carries out his task. Whereas the body is made up of 5 elements and it is ready in the womb, then it pulls that soul. Whereas Baba just conquers the nature and then he enters. No soul apart from Baba can enter the body, whereas the founders of the religions, when they come, those souls also enter the body, but that is totally different. Whereas when Shiv Baba comes, what does he do when he comes? Baba just takes everyone back home. He just takes everyone back home, irrespective of whatever religion he belongs to. The founders of the religions, they come from up above and they come down to play their roles, whereas Baba comes from up above and he explains how do you souls come down to that new world, that is the golden age. Baba just described the speciality of the golden age, that no impure soul exists in that pure world. So Baba says a stroke doesn't exist in that world. Baba just comes among strokes and he just makes swans. You are swans who just choose pearls and jewels of knowledge. You don't get these jewels. Of course, you get physical diamonds and gemstones and other germs, but Baba says there you don't get the jewels of knowledge. How do you get transformed from a stork into a swan? Baba just makes you a swan now. The deities, a swan is a symbol of deities, and you just choose pearls or jewels of knowledge. You just pick don't look at someone's weaknesses, don't have that impure intellect. This is the time to imbibe the knowledge. Baba says you are multi-million times fortunate because you pick pearls now. When the astrologers sometimes they say that one out of multi-millions will become multi-million times fortunate. And Brahma Baba, they used to say this for Brahma Baba. You are called multi-million times fortunate because you have that. It is not that as per the astrology, but our fortune becomes multi-million times more. Baba doesn't have food. Baba just says he enables us become that. Baba has come to make you the master of the world. These aspects are to be understood very well. People just believe that there was heaven, but when does it exist? And how is that heaven? No one knows. Whatever is heard about heaven, whatever is there in people's intellect, Baba says it is just an illusion they have created out of their understanding, but the reality is explained by Baba. We children have come into the light. They are in the darkness. How do this Lakshmi Narayan claim that right, and how did they rule the kingdom? Those who worship them, even they don't know. Even we used to worship them, but we were not aware. We had this understanding that they are ready made, and whatever is asked, they used to just bless us. Now we understand that they become like that through the effort. It's a matter of 5,000 years. Baba comes and explains to us like how you souls come down to play your roles. In the same way, who comes like that? In the same way, I also come like that. You invite me to come. Oh Baba, please come and make us pure. You don't call anyone like this. Even you will not call your founder of the religion like this. So you will not call them to come and make everyone pure. You will not call Christ or Buddha like that. Who is called a guru? One who grants salvation, one who makes the soul very elevated. That happens only when the age is elevated. When the age is getting degraded, then how can anyone grant salvation? So Baba comes. When the founder of any religion comes, the souls of the respective religion also come down. The one who grants salvation to all, that is the one Father who is not affected by death. He is the one who takes us into that good time. In fact, the term Satguru is the very apt one. Whereas sick people tell that, they say that Sat Shri Akal, they say that in a loud voice. They say that Satguru, Baba says, Baba comes and takes an ordinary form to explain to children, and then he grants salvation. The Satguru himself comes and gives us his introduction. I don't take birth like how you take. All the bodily beings relate the knowledge to others. Baba says, Baba, even if he adopts the body, he is called an incarnation. He just comes and goes back. The bodiless and the spiritual father sits here and explains to us there is a lot of difference between what human beings tell and what Baba says, and whatever human beings do at this time, it's totally unrighteous. How does it? What's the reason for performing such actions? They don't wish to do, but it happens because they follow the dictates of Ravan. Everyone is influenced by these 5 vices. When a soul is influenced by these 5 vices, even though the soul wishes to do good actions, it will not happen. This is the kingdom of Ravan. all these things are explained in detail by the Father. Else, how do you know about the world cycle? How does the cycle turn? That also should be known to you. You cannot say that. You cannot even say that, Baba, please explain. There is no need to tell the Father, because Father himself knows, and he knows when to explain what. On the path of ignorance, we would be explained about the three worlds. We would be given information about the duration of the cycle, and we were not even aware that someone would come and make us deities. So Baba himself explains everything. You will not have a margin to ask even a question, because God is the Father. The Father's role is to explain himself everything, and he does everything himself. A child doesn't know anything, so the parents take care of the child. They take him to school, they make him sit, and when they reach 60 years, they go into the stage of retirement. They chant and they perform different rituals. You were worshippers for half a cycle, and you will become worthy of worship. You will become worthy of worship for another half. How do you become pure? This is a very easy understanding given at this time. Then you will stop doing devotion, because you start making effort to become worthy of worship, and you start making effort to become pure. Everyone is on the path of devotion, whereas you are on the path of knowledge, and everyone is in that night, and you make effort to go into the day. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita that man mana abhav. This phrase is very famous. Those who read Bhagavad Gita, they can understand that it's written in a very simple way. They spend their entire life in reading the Gita, but they don't understand anything. Now at this time, the God of Gita, he comes and explains the essence of Gita, with which we become pure from impure. Else we just used to chant this word man manaba from Bhagavad Gita. So Baba says, just keep your mind and intellect focused on me. Now the God of Gita just sits here and explains to us, with which we become pure from impure. What are we listening now? What are we listening from the God of Gita? We are listening Gita from God, and then we relate this knowledge to others. Then we become pure, because these are the elevated versions of God. This is a very easy Raj Yoga, which was taught 5,000 years back, and whose significance was mentioned in Gita. Based on that, people just introduced different versions of yoga. Then the original one disappeared. Then Baba comes and teaches us that people are just, they get drowned in different belief systems. As per the drama plan, when their fortune gets awakened, they can also come to you. No one else is as fortunate as you are. Baba has explained, your deity religion, that religion gives a lot of happiness. When you become deities, you experience a lot of happiness. This is not the time to become deities. We are not making effort. This is the time to be in that consciousness. Let's our stage be constant, so that people understand that they are becoming, or they have already become. and they say that your actions are just like deities. So Baba reminds us that your deity religion gives a lot of happiness, and you also understand that Baba says the truth. In scriptures they have shown Kans and other devils. No one knows the happiness of that world. They say that the devils and deities were into a war. People worship deities but they don't know anything. Now Father says, children, remember, do you remember me? Have you heard the father asking child, do you remember me? Have you heard? Child, just sit for half an hour. You just sit and remember me. I'm going for some work. A physical father doesn't make any effort to enable the child remember him, whereas the unlimited father sits here and explains, you children know the beginning, middle and end of the world cycle, and you will become the emperor of the world. You go home first, then you come down to play your roles by being actors. No one knows at this time that this is a new soul or an old soul. What are the signs of a new soul? How can you identify the soul has come later? The souls who come, those who are new, they become very famous. Just look how eminent and famous people are. A lot of people just come because their aura is just attractive, because it's a pure soul and everyone just gets connected to that soul and they start following. So Baba also comes suddenly, and that is why there is a lot of impact. When a new soul comes, of course that influence will be on the old souls. The various branches and twigs emerge. No one understands why is this soul so famous, because there is a lot of attraction in the new souls. Just look how many have become gods in the Iron Age. That is why it is said a lot many consider themselves as gods. That is why it is very difficult to recognize the truth. That is why it is said Baba says, when someone follows the path of truth, definitely one will have problems, but finally he gains victory. It is said that the boat of a truth may get affected, but it will not sink. It will definitely shake, it will be affected, but it will not sink. That is why the boat of a truth will definitely shake. It will be disturbed or it will be shaken, but it will not sink. Baba says many storms will come because Baba is the boatman. That is why his children will be shaken. Of course, children also get shaken. The boats get affected by storms. Many visit different gatherings, but there is no question of storms there. Just see here, innocent ones are assaulted. However, the creation has to take place. Baba sits here and explains, hey souls, you had become very wild and thorns. and you just prick one another. So that is why even you are pricked, you get a response for everything here. There will not be any question of dirt in the golden age. When there is no question of any sorrow in the golden age, its name itself is heaven. People say it's heaven and hell, but they don't understand anything. They just say that when someone just leaves the body, they say that he has gone to heaven, but it's not actually. And the incorporeal world cannot be called heaven. That is the land of liberation. Then they say that he has gone to heaven. When he has not come home, how can he go to that golden age? You children understand at this time that the land of liberation is the home of souls. Like how on the path of devotion, the devotees who are rich and wealthy, they built very good temples. Just look at the temple of Shiva, and when they build the temple of Lakshmi and Narayan, they donate a lot. Previously used to wear original jewelry. Now, because of the fear of the government, people wear artificial jewelry. There only truth is there. There will not be any trace of falsehood. In the golden age, there will not be artificial jewelry. Even if we have ornaments, we will not be able to wear, and the gold becomes expensive day by day. Even if you want to buy even a small ring, it's very expensive. You get everything new there. The whole palaces are totally free. Everything is new in the golden age. There is a lot of wealth, there is a lot of abundance there. Just look how expensive things have become. Baba just explains the secrets right from the incorporeal world. Who else apart from the Father can explain the incorporeal world, because he is the resident of that world? So he himself explains. Then you will become teachers while living in a household family, but you need to ensure that you lead a pure life, and you will definitely have to inspire others to become like you. Then you can claim the high position. Those who are on the family path, those who stay pure and they enable others become like that, they can claim the highest position. They can become the beads of the rosary, even if they are on the family path. Let them take 7 days course and let them go to foreign. So Baba says they can just go there and do the service. The whole world should receive the message of Baba's incarnation. Baba just says, remember me. Baba is the liberator and guide. When you go to foreign, then the organization receives a very good name, and people also understand that it's a very simple matter. There are two different things, that is a soul and a body. The soul has mind and intellect, whereas the body is non-living. The soul is an actor. The speciality of human being is the soul, and this is the time you have to remember Baba. Baba makes it very clear. Those who are here, they don't remember Baba as much as people outside, or Baba's children who stay outside, they remember. Those who remember Baba a lot, those who make others similar to themselves, Those who transform the thorns into flowers, they claim the highest position. Baba says 4 aspects in order to claim the high position: those who remember Baba a lot, those who make others similar to themselves, and they transform the thorn into a flower. Baba has given the ordinance: lust is the greatest enemy. If you conquer that, you become the master of the world. So these are the 4 aspects which are mentioned in today's Murli. One is to remember Baba a lot. You have to inspire others to become equal to you. And if someone reforms someone who is degraded totally, then one claims the highest position, and one has to conquer lust completely. Baba has explained. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning. Namaste from the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to spiritual children. We spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The essence for Dharana: one has to become a swan and just pick the jewels and pearls. One has to leave the rubbish. If there is a negative news, if there is anyone's weakness or defects, one is not supposed to listen or relate. One has to completely finish the rubbish. One has to churn the jewels of knowledge. In order to earn multi-millions in one step, you need to remember Baba. In order to claim the high position, we have to become teachers and we have to do a lot of service. One has to remain pure and also inspire others becoming the same. One should help in transforming thorns into flowers. In order to claim the high position, one has to become a teacher and do a lot of service. One has to become pure and be like a lotus, and one has to transform thorns into flowers. Today's blessing: Satguru Baba is in front of us and he is giving us this blessing. One has to finish the upheavals or disturbances arising out of mine or yours by being merciful. One has to emerge the feelings of kindness. What does a merciful soul do? The sorrow and the peacelessness which is arising out from 2 words, that is yours or mine, time to time many souls, they experience sorrow. Even if there is a slight upheaval due to natural calamities, many souls, they just seek that support. So you have to listen to the call of such souls and emerge the feelings of kindness. You should always listen to the call of souls even though they are experiencing that sorrow because of their account of sinful actions, but they are our brothers and sisters. So just invoke your worthy of worship form and be an embodiment of that, and make yourself complete. Make yourself complete and perfect with the qualities of peace, happiness, and purity, so that the world which is full of sorrow can come to an end. Make yourself complete and perfect, then the world of sorrow can come to an end. You should spread the wave of the fast transformation into the world. You should spread that wave so that all the souls who are filled with that sorrow, let them get that good wishes through you becoming complete. First you need to become complete with all the attainments so that you can enable them experience that. So I am a merciful soul slogan. Instead of breaking the hammer, instead of breaking the problem which is as big as a mountain with the hammer of your waste thoughts, when a problem comes, we always get into the questions why, what, how. Just take a high jump, be positive, and just take a high jump. Baba is with me, it's over. Instead of getting into why, what, when. So don't break the problem which is as big as a mountain with the hammer of your waste thoughts. Just take a high jump. Today's Abhyakt signal. You are the children of bestower. You are master bestowers. A bestower is always complete and perfect. Someone is merciful. Such souls, they remain ignorant of any desire. They don't even have any subtle desire. They don't have any desire to receive anything in subtle. They don't experience anything lacking with which the desire to take anything comes. They are complete with all the attainments. Only such souls can enable other souls to receive all the attainments. So we have to fix the target so that, have I reached that stage of being ignorant of the knowledge of any desire? Let me take that stage. Let me not have any desire to take anything from anyone. I should just give, because this is the time to remind ourselves that it is the time to go back home. Let's not have any attachment to any impure human beings. Om Shanti.